Hey girl, I have a special treat for you today. We are doing a bonus episode because I have been getting question after question, what is recovery coaching? And what do you do when you work with a recovery coach? Many of you have been reaching out in email and asking me what I do with clients during recovery coaching. Today, I want to share a little bit about what a recovery coach is and the difference between a therapist or a clinician and a recovery coach, and how recovery coaching can help support you as you navigate your journey to food freedom. Let's get to it. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsey, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in the destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom, and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it so you can start living your best life as your best self. In today's bonus episode, I want to talk about what a recovery coach is. Maybe you didn't even know they existed. The amazing thing about working with a recovery coach is that you're able to get that accountability, that empowerment. And as a recovery coach myself, the goal is really to uplift you and leverage my training and my personal experience with my own recovery to really help shed some light, shed some love, and to push you forward as you navigate the journey of finding a healthy relationship with yourself, your body, and breaking the chains of food having control over your life. In today's episode, I'm going to break down what a recovery coach is and what a recovery coach isn't. And if you've been thinking about working with a coach, I truly believe that recovery coaching is one of the most critical elements. And adding this to your plan for your best you and your best future as you navigate recovery from an eating disorder, or if you're experiencing disordered eating behaviors. Because with recovery, it really is important that you get clear on goals. And recovery coaching can help you. A coach can help you navigate where you are now and where you want to be. If you think about eating disorders themselves and how exhausting they can feel, maybe you're experiencing that right now. Maybe you are feeling isolated at times and hopeless. And when I think about all of the journey that I went through and the times of isolation and the times of pushing those closest to me away, I wasn't yet ready to go and talk with a therapist about it. And I wanted to make sure that as I became full circle aware of what I was actually doing to my body, that I had a safe place to share. Sometimes that's not so easy. Sometimes going to a doctor to check your vitals is not so easy. And sometimes you need somebody holding your hand and you need that accountability. I want to share a little bit about the difference between a therapist and a clinician and a recovery coach, because I talk about very frequently on my podcast how I do not have my clinical license. And quite frankly, at this point in my life, I'm not planning on getting it. Part of that is because a clinician can diagnose and treat eating disorders. A clinician can work through underlying issues, exploring the why this may have developed in your life in the first place. They can diagnose and treat other issues that may be in connection with your eating disorder as well. And when I think about therapy and I think about sessions, I typically think about an office setting, although I know our times have changed. But again, exploring that clinical layer of why this has occurred into your life and providing a diagnosis for you and treating an eating disorder per se. Where this is different from coaching is that as a recovery coach, I do not diagnose you. I do not treat you. Instead, I help support you. And I help support the work and the goals with you right where you are. Yes, I can refer you to a therapist Or I can say that maybe you need to go talk with your doctor about X, Y, and Z. But as a coach, I'm trained to work on the here and now and to really help you accomplish the day-to-day shifts, the day-to-day behavior changes that are going to get you to where you want to be, completely free of disordered patterns and behaviors. Another really awesome thing about coaching is I see clients all over the world. That's right. I hold all of my coaching sessions virtually. And so you can basically be anywhere and get that level of support. And while I don't do clinical assessments, I do assist you in establishing goals that are going to align with the lifestyle that you so desperately want. I will talk a little bit again around the difference. Clinicians are going to help you examine the why, and they can provide a diagnosis. Recovery coaches like myself are going to give you the here and now, and we're going to work on the hows of recovery. So yes, maybe you realize you have issues with food, and yes, it's important understanding that why, which is why I recommend that you do talk with a clinician if you don't have one. But as a coach, it's really my place to discover how we're going to get through to the other side. We're going to focus on supporting you right where you are and looking at the journey from a whole holistic healing and intuitive principle landscape. Because yes, it does matter what got you here, but what really matters is that we change the dynamic so that you can develop healthy coping mechanisms that can change your future. I can help you challenge your fears and really face those things around your current beliefs and rules around food, and also support and guide you when it comes to developing lists, meal ideas, and helping support you through processing your coping skills and getting clear on your goals. So when is coaching ideal? Maybe this sounds awesome, but when is coaching ideal? And how do you know if you're ready for coaching? When you're looking for more accountability, friend, and you need some structure, when you realize that you just don't have that level of support and you want to change your life and you want to find that freedom, constantly go back to those old behaviors that are no longer serving you. And you want that desire to change and you want it so badly, but you just don't know how. That's where a recovery coach comes in, the how. Or maybe you have a care team. Maybe you wish to focus on your future self in addition to the why behind what got you here in the first place. That's when a recovery coach can help. Maybe you're recently discharged and you need support where services are limited. That's when a recovery coach can help and provide a level of accountability. Maybe you're just unsure of whether you need support at all, but you know in your heart that you want to really dig your toes in and figure this unhealthy pattern and behavior out that you're currently doing because you know it's not true to who you are, but you know it's unhealthy and you know that it's controlling your life. That's when a recovery coach comes in. I can help you reclaim your true self, but it does require a choice and a decision. And I understand that so many of you are looking for that support. And that's why I'm here on my podcast, so that I can help you and that I can be a voice in your ear every single week, sharing proven strategies and skills and behaviors and things that you can do to implement in your life to change your relationship with yourself and food. But it's really important that if you want recovery coaching, that in order to be a great candidate for it, you're willing to make a choice. It does require commitment. And with commitment, yes, that can be uncomfortable. But that commitment looks like saying no to dieting and really being on board with owning your story and changing your future state. Recovery replaces eating disorder behaviors with healthy coping skills. And in order to make coaching work for you, it's going to be extremely important that you're on board with making some changes. A recovery coach like myself can really help you get clear on your goals, provide that level of accountability and structure in achieving them, and help navigate and battle that self-talk while working with you on those destructive thoughts and feelings. Dialogues happen in our mind constantly. And when you have that eating disordered brain in your mind and talking that mean girl stuff all day long is exhausting. You need maybe someone to help you reframe those thoughts, maybe some exercises to get you out of that place in your mind so that you can start facing yourself and the current state of your life. You need support. And maybe you just need to find someone who's been there and done it and is 2 steps ahead of you, giving you that hope and that encouragement that you need. Girl, we can work together to uncover who you are inside and what makes you you. What makes you you? Because what's so unfortunate, the mental illnesses of eating disorders and even the crazy behaviors of all the disordered eating stuff that we do to ourselves, it takes over our identity. We lose who we truly are. And part of coaching is working with a coach to find out those things that you're missing about yourself and to find out how you can reclaim them so that you can start living as your best self. If you're looking to dive in, to challenge your fears, to help with your future, to help with finding freedom from food controlling your life, and you need a helping hand guiding you, and you need a level of accountability, and you need that support on a weekly basis, maybe I'm your girl. I would love to connect with you for a free consultation. You can send an email over to info@lindseynickel.com, and I can share with you my coaching services. I do have limited availability because I do try to keep a very tight circle of my coaching clients because those people are family to me. Those ladies are people that they can send me a chat and I can be right there to help them out. But if you need that level of support, send us an email at info@lindseynickel.com, and you can even go out to the website, lindseynickel.com, and fill out a client application, and I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Girl, you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to let this control your life any longer. If you're looking to make some day-to-day changes and behaviors and have that ownership, and you're ready to commit to creating a life that's so far from the life you have right now, now's your day, now's your chance, now's your time. And if you have any other questions at all about recovery coaching, feel free to send me an email, info@lindseynickel.com. I'd love to chat it out with you. I wanted to say, have a great rest of your week. I will see you guys in a few short days for another episode of the podcast. Bye for now. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.